Welcome back to the CloudZeroSports podcast. Today's episode 19. We're going to be reviewing Week 4 and talk about the MLB postseason since it's right around the corner. I'm your host, Antonio Delaguzzo, a.k.a. Puggy. I have to do that as a common tradition. Today, I'm not alongside my normal co-host, Steven, but I'm alongside CloudZeroSports contributor, Mickey Thurminos, who is to my left, and then one of our best friends, Austin Muller, who's on the bottom. Guys, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Yankees just scored another run, speaking of baseball.
Love to hear it, man. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on the last minute. Truly appreciate it. Well, let's dive in because, Week 4 starts today. First game, Jags against the Bengals. Austin, who do you have winning this game?
Bengals are home. I'm taking the Bengals.
Fair choice. Mickey?
Jaguars are trash. I'm taking the Bengals.
And likewise goes for me. I'm taking the Bengals. I mean, Jaguars just traded their arguably best DV for nothing, so I take the Bengals all the way, and I'm high on them always. After that, Titans against the Jets. I mean, I don't think we have to talk much about this, but Austin, you could start us off.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is probably the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
I was not high on him at all in the draft. Didn't like the pick at all. I'm sorry for Jets fans out there, but I'm not sold on him one bit at all. I honestly think the Jets are a worse team this year than they were last year, but
yeah,
I will definitely take the Titans.
Mickey?
I'd even put the Titans as my lock, as one of my locks of the week.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a chance that the Jets are going to win this game.
Yeah, like Austin said, it's awful for Jets fans. I feel bad for my brother. Like, they've gotten worse. I mean, Sam Darnold, yeah, he may have not been the greatest, but he also didn't have any receivers or anything. Zach Wilson has receivers right now, and Becton's out, one of the key linemen, but that team's just awful. Zach Wilson's literally seeing more than just ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with you guys. Titans are winning it. After that, there's the Lions against the Bears. Bears are home. Austin, who do you have winning that game?
Oh, yeah. Give me the Lions. First dub of the year, baby. I'm hyped for him. I'm hyped for him. I like Jared Goff in Detroit.
The Lions are doing a lot better than we all expected. I won't lie. I mean,
dude, they should have won. Think about it. They were playing hot against the Packers a little bit. They were up there a little bit, but then when the second half came out, oof. Yeah. But they're a little bit better. I like Jared Goff there and what they have to offer there. So I'll take the Lions first dub of the year.
Is that your lock, or are you just saying Lions for now?
I'll take it. I'll even step it up further. I'll take them as a lock.
Oh, you're that confident with the Lions.
All
right, I like
I'm very confident with them.
All right, Mickey?
I think I'm going to just go against the common consensus on this one, and I'm going to go for the Bears.
Really?
I don't really have a reason. I'm not too strongly. I'm going to say home field advantage. I'm going to say Lions dropped to 0-4, unfortunately.
All right. Personally, I'm taking the Lions. I mean, the whole Bears quarterback situation over there. I mean, I don't even know who's starting this week. They said it was all up in the air right now, right?
Yeah. And if it's Nick Foles, it's probably the best case scenario. If you think just one game, Nick Foles is playing one game. He did it for the Eagles, back in 2017. But
yeah, I mean, he likes being thrown in random situations. I won't deny, but
that's where he thrives.
On top of that, I mean, Lions defense are playing a lot better than I thought they would, and they're figuring. Jared Goff loves T.J. Hawkinson, and that's just been a nice formidable duo right there. So, yeah, I have the Lions winning this one. After that, we have the Colts with a very questionable Carson Wentz and the Dolphins with an awful quarterback situation. Mickey, I'll let you start this off since you're the Patriots fan. So,
yeah, as you can see, the Gilmore jersey in the background. That being said, I don't know. I think the Colts might get their first one this year.
I think so.
Again, I'm not too strong on this game either.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to take the Colts for this one. Just something.
It's a shame with the Dolphins, honestly. Austin, who do you have?
I'll take the Colts as well. I agree with Mickey here on this one. I think the Colts get their first dub of the year with Carson Wentz. I mean, it's been shaky a little bit in the beginning of the year, but Seattle, Rams, Titans, three tough opponents there, but they almost beat the Rams, which the Rams just beat the Buccaneers. So, I mean, I think they have something to offer.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. Honestly, I think though, if the Dolphins still had Tua, I would have said the Dolphins would win this game because their defense is phenomenal, and then Tua worked well with that offense. But like you said, Austin, I mean, the Colts were in it with the Rams. The Colts have the pieces; they're kind of figuring it out together. I mean, Carson Wentz was out for a lot last year, and he's now starting to get his ground again. So I take the Colts on this one.
Yeah.
After that, we have the Browns and the somewhat disappointing Vikings of this season. Austin, since you despise the Browns in certain ways, who do you take in this game?
This one's a tough one, honestly. I like the Vikings this year. I mean, beginning of the year they're not strong at all, losing to the Bengals, and I forget who they played that next week. They lost that week, and they finally got their win last week. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Vikings are pretty good at home. They've just won their home opener last week. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Browns, they could be 3-0. They could have beat the Chiefs in week 1, and they kind of choked it out.
They did.
I'll probably just take the better team on here. I'll take the Browns, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Vikings do end up winning this game.
Right, so Mickey?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Austin. I think it's gonna be the Browns game.
Mm-hmm. I agree with both of you. I mean, after seeing how Odell honestly kind of looks back to normal, even like with him coming back from a torn ACL, their running back duo is phenomenal. Baker Mayfield's starting to figure it out. This team has the pieces and has what it takes to go far this year. I'm taking the Browns. Mm-hmm. After that, we have the Washington football team, who's also in a quarterback situation, and the Atlanta Falcons, who I will say as a Giants fan, got lucky that they won last week, but I'm not going to get into that. Austin, who do you have winning this?
Again, another tough matchup. Tough matchup to pick. You can see both teams either winning this game. You know, Washington has a decent defense, but better than the Falcons. But Washington's defense isn't really up to par what they were last year. It's kind of getting exposed a little bit. The offense coordinator from the
Titans, Arthur Smith.
Went to the Falcons, which I do like. I think they'll click sometime eventually at the end of the year or mid-season. But I'll take the football team. I'll take the football team. I mean, I want to be shocked though. I'll take the Falcons too. I don't know, but I'll take the football team.
I feel the exact same way. I'm not like swayed one way or another, but I'm leaning towards Washington.
All right.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm honestly full on Washington as much as I hate to say it. I mean, Falcons, they had a decent offense last week against the Giants, but you look at that defense, I mean, all you have is Deion Jones for the most part. I'm pretty sure AJ Terrell, who's their number one DB, is still out. So I have nothing to be happy about with that Falcons team to say they're going to win. After that, I think we really don't need to talk much about this game, but we have to just be nice. The Bills against the Texans. I'm going to start this off. The Bills. I mean, Josh Allen last week showed the Josh Allen of last season. He was throwing dimes left and right. He showed that the Bills team from last year is back. Their defense played even better than ever before. Do you guys have anything to disagree or agree with me on?
Nailed it.
Lock me in for the Bills.
Yeah, Bills are my lock. That's one of my locks for this week. So
yeah,
it may be a cheesy lock, but honestly, I mean,
it's a lock nonetheless.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even want to talk about this next game, but the Giants against the Saints. Austin, you can kick this off, man.
It's one of these games that it could go either way in my opinion. I mean, I'm gonna lean towards the Saints, but the Giants, you never know with what kind of Jameis Winston you're gonna get. So I mean, it comes down to that.
Yeah.
Saints have a better defense. I think Saints probably top 5 defense in the league.
Yeah.
Right now they're number 1, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for the Giants on the road. 0-3, got to face some adversity. But, I like the Saints.
Mickey?
I know I have the Jeremy Shockey jersey hanging out. I really want to have faith in the Giants. I really want to say, they could do it. Thinking even if Jameis Winston's bad, I mean that defense would have to have an off day too.
Yeah.
So what's the chance that you get both bad?
Slim to none.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say the Saints. I'm rooting for the Giants on this one, but.
And for me, as a Giants fan, it pains me to say this, but I'm taking the Saints. I mean, I think right now the whole Giants, it's blasphemous what's happening. I mean, they don't know what they're doing, honestly. I mean, the one nice thing I saw from last week was Daniel Jones has a promising side. He's been doing pretty well recently. Saquon Barkley's starting to show glimpses of him from his rookie season. So it's a start, but that defense, they can't close out a game. Adoree Jackson dropped an easy interception in the red zone that would have easily closed the game against the Falcons.
That's the one thing with New York fans. I don't think they're giving Saquon enough time to come back from an ACL injury. You got to give him time.
You all know I'm the biggest Saquon fan. I'm going to be patient with it, but it's like you said, it's an ACL injury. You can't expect him to be like 100%. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, everyone did say he'd be the comeback player of the year, like going into the season, but it's a lot to come back from. A torn ACL is no joke.
Yep.
There's still 14 games to come back.
Yeah, there is. I mean, there is. That's the thing. I mean,
it's a longer season too.
Last time the Giants played the Saints, I remember Saquon popped off and got like 2 touchdowns. One of them being one of those like diving into the end zone on the 1 yard line. So I mean, who knows? But I'm taking the Saints.
It's not going to be that.
Hey, he did it last week. Calm yourself, right? But the Giants, I don't know. They have too much to figure out, and it doesn't help that Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard both got injured last week. So.
Yeah. New Jersey as a whole needs to figure it out, dude. The teams are 0-6.
Whoa. You mean New York, right?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
But
then following following that is the Chiefs against the Eagles. Who wants to start this off? Because honestly, I don't think it's the hard. I think this is a no-brainer answer because personally, I'm not a big fan of Nick Sirianni as the Eagles head coach. I think he's been a yes man since the start. I think that's why he was hired. Jalen Hurts is all right, but that offense still doesn't have enough. I mean, Devontae Smith is nice. Jalen Reagor's good, but that offensive line is unbelievably old. It's basically prone to get injured. I have no faith in them.
Chiefs defense isn't that strong. I don't think the Chiefs are the team in the AFC conference this year. I don't think they're the team to go through. I think it's the Bills. I hate to kind of say that because I'm a Steelers fan, but I like the Chiefs this game. Obviously, it's my lock of the week. It's my not so crazy lock as the Lions. Like the Lions, I like the Chiefs as my another lock this week. But I can't see Patrick Mahomes losing 3 games.
Yeah,
I don't see him losing 3 games in a row. So.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs defense is not the greatest, but neither is the Eagles. Eagles defense is atrocious in my opinion. I mean, their secondary, I can only name one player off the top of my head, and that's Darius Slay. After that, don't know who's there. Yeah. I really don't.
It's gonna be a lot of scores.
Yeah, I will say that. I think it's a high scoring game for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be high scoring because the Chiefs are going to put up 35-42 on them.
That's all right.
Being somebody that lives in Philly and like seeing the Eagles do well, yeah.
Yo, all over the place, man. You got a Giants jersey and a Patriots jersey behind you. Then you root for the
Eagles. And I'm living in
Philadelphia.
I know, crazy, right? I need to figure it out, bud.
Yeah.
I like the sport as a whole. Can't say too much else.
Yeah. Sure.
But I'm hoping Pat Mahomes has the biggest fantasy day this week.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, on to the next game. Panthers against the Cowboys. Mickey, you want to start this one off? I mean,
I hate the Cowboys, but I don't know. I
a lot of other people, man.
Me and the rest of America. After I just talked about how much I like every team, I have standards. And it ends at Dallas. So that being said, I do still think that the Cowboys might pull this one out. Honestly, I don't know what it is. It's just that's where I'm
unbelievable. It's spectacular.
I mean, Zeke turned it around last week against the Eagles. It's not saying too much, but still.
Yeah. Austin, you have anything to add on that? I mean,
no, I like the Cowboys. I don't think Panthers are, they don't have their CMC.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's gone.
Oh, that's true too. I didn't even think about that.
That's the threat. That's the threat that keeps teams off balance on defense, and that's a key. It's a big loss. Cowboys look sharp on Monday night. I mean, I like them a lot coming into Monday night. I like them against the Eagles. But Dak looks good. I mean, Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean,
another lock.
I agree with both of you. I mean, Dak looks like he never had that gruesome injury of last year. Micah Parsons is right now the best rookie defensively off the edge. Doesn't help that McCaffrey's gone for the Panthers, nor does it help that J.C. Horn, their number one, their first round draft pick from this year, is injured now. So,
and it's back-to-back home games too.
Yeah, Cowboys are a lock for me this week.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's a
brainer.
All right, and then on to the 4:00 games. First one, Seahawks against the 49ers. 49ers are home. Austin, who do you have winning this game?
49ers did impress me against the Packers, but Packers defense blows.
Yeah,
it's defense is one of the worst defenses in the league. You saw it during the Lions game, saw it during who the Packers played the first game of the year?
Saints,
yeah.
Jameis Winston lit them up.
Lit them up. And last week, 49ers just kind of demolished them. But I'll take the 49ers I take the 49ers this game. I'm not a big Seahawks fan this year. I mean, I like Russell Wilson, but I take the 49ers this game. Sorry.
Mickey?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a really good game. Definitely going to be a closer one. I'm going to disagree with Austin. I'm going to say the Seahawks. I think Seattle figures it out. And I mean, like you said, Packers defense was bad, and the fact that they still lost last week.
That's because
I'm not.
Then again, though, it's against Aaron Rodgers.
30 seconds left.
Aaron Rodgers is different, man. Like 37 seconds.
Yeah, Jameis Winston owned him week 1, so
it wasn't his fault. I mean, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Rodgers didn't do anything week 1 either.
Yeah, but look what he's done so far.
Well,
you know what? We'll see. I'm just saying.
Hey, it's your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a coin flip on
Seahawks. It is. Yeah, no, it definitely is. And it's a matter of if one team can get hot, that's it. That's what's going to stop. That's going to be the difference, I think.
Division games are very hard to predict.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's always insane because these teams see each other the most. So it's you'd kind of have it figured out.
You think you'd have it figured out.
Most of your opponents playing twice a year. Just like the Bengals and the Steelers.
Yeah.
Last week,
Yeah.
The Steelers are going to win, win by 2 touchdowns or a touchdown. Not
got shot down immediately, that idea. Oh, my Lord, dude. The Bengals, that was something, all right. But for me personally, I'm choosing the Seahawks with Mickey, actually. I don't know. I feel like every time I've ever watched a Seahawks-Niners game, the Seahawks have always won for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's getting to that point of the season where I feel like Russell Wilson's going to get into that MVP mode almost, making that case that he can win the MVP. And I was looking at the injury report. George Kittle looks like he might be out for the Niners game because he's a calf injury right now. So
he's questionable.
I mean, come game time, you might be able to play, but calf injury is something you just shouldn't mess with. So
yeah, I definitely hope he doesn't push it.
Who's our running back? Is it
for the Niners?
Yeah, is it Mitchell?
Yeah, it's Elijah Mitchell and Trace Sermon this year in the touches still. So I'm not a big fan of their running back duo right now either. So
they're all hurt. They always get hurt every year. At running back.
I think their best running back's their fullback. Kyle, you should check out this rate, honestly.
Right?
He's also coded, though, to be fair.
Best fullback in the league right now.
All
Following the Seahawks and 49ers game, then there's the Cardinals against the Rams. Rams are something all right this year. I mean, they're making a case to win the Super Bowl this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. Both undefeated teams, 3-0. It's gonna be a game of the week probably to watch on during 4:30.
Yeah. I'm taking Rams personally.
Yeah, I like the Rams as well. I agree. It's gonna be a hard game to.
Mickey, I see your head shaking over there.
I'm not hearing any of this slander. Give me the Cardinals on lock.
Bro,
Kyler Murray is about to cook.
Yeah, all right. No, he won't because he has Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey to deal with.
Okay, he has J.J. Watt on his defense, and what is it, Honey Badger, right?
Yeah, but I take probably the best defensive end and the best defensive back in the whole league against
Yeah,
Kyler
so you
Murray.
take the Cardinals and J.J. Watt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, completely.
No, it doesn't matter. Don't want to hear it. Kyler Murray's gonna cook.
I don't want
I'm
to hear
not here
Matt
for this.
Stafford's
I'm
going
not
to
here
light
for
up
this
that
slander.
defense, dude.
I'm
Dude,
not gonna
Matt
stay here for
Stafford.
this slander. Matt Stafford got lucky 3 times. This is his 4th time. We'll see if it happens again.
Oh, that's the most cold take I've heard all day.
All right. Well, if I'm wrong, post me on freezing cold takes next week.
I will. I'll start a brand new segment for you, freezing cold takes, featuring Mickey. But I think the Rams are a lot. I'm not just I already used my locks, but I think the Rams are going to win it. I mean, Matt Stafford's impressed me out the wazoo this year.
It's not on the lines.
I mean, honestly, it definitely is a key contributor. I mean,
if you put a decent player in a better situation, he's gonna do better. That's all it is.
Yeah, I would completely agree.
Better coaching too. Better coaching, better play calls.
Yeah,
He's
no,
with the offensive mastermind.
I do like what is it, McVay and all them.
Sean McVay is probably the best coach in Matthew Stafford's career in the NFL. So,
yeah,
definitely. But that doesn't say much, honestly.
I thought you were going to say in the NFL, and I was going to be like,
you know, this is probably going to be one of the better years for Matt Stafford in his career, and then year 2 for next year for Matt Stafford. I think it's just gonna
go up. I mean, that Cooper Kupp Matt Stafford duo right now, I didn't expect that of anywhere. I never thought that would be something.
Yeah.
Never thought.
Absolutely. I mean, year 1, you'd think, going into a new season. That's why I was kind of worried about Tom Brady last year, first year in Tampa Bay. That connection with wide receivers could be shaky, but
yeah, because a wide receiver connection, it takes time to build it. It's like it's chemistry, but I mean,
but Tom Brady's a workhorse, and never bet against Tom.
Exactly, never, dude.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
And then the next
segue to the Patriots game now.
Yeah, we still got 2 more 4:00 games. This one's gonna be Austin's favorite game. The Steelers against the Packers. Packers are home. Austin, your Steelers are a little rocky so far. I mean, they had a good win against the Bills week 1, but ever since then, it's been downhill.
Yeah. I mean, that's just because of injuries. The last week 2, no Devin Bush and no Joe Hayden. Week 3, you had no TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. You kind of go back to your third linebacker there in that position. So that hurts. Now you have some of the guys on the O-line that's kind of banged up. That doesn't matter, honestly. But again, like I said, Packers defense ain't good. So it'll be interesting, be very interesting with a horrible offense, or not a horrible offense, I wouldn't say, but an offense that's not,
subpar. Yeah,
it's subpar right now, and a defense that's not good. So that'll be fun. That's a good matchup to watch. And, Packers at home. I wanted to be surprised if the Steelers come back and maybe get a late field goal at the end of the game or a late touchdown to end the game, but obviously leaning towards the Packers winning this game.
So. I do have one question for you. This has always been the number one argument. Is Big Ben, is it done? Do you think he's done for him after the season?
See, the thing is, the past couple of years, we always see this with Big Ben. We always see this. The media gets in, everyone talks about on Twitter or wherever, they're saying Big Ben's not the quarterback. He's not good anymore. And that's the thing is, as a true Steeler fan, you get to see the Steelers suck in the beginning of the year. Yeah. Last year was a fluke. That's obviously guaranteed.
You admit to that. You admit that last year was a complete fluke.
You don't, as a Steelers witness, if you're as a Steeler fan the last decade or whatever you want to say, you see the Steelers they started off the season 2-2 or 1-3 or 3-2,
Yeah.
They're not good in September. I'm not saying
December team.
They're peaking towards playoff time. So they peak around November, December, January. And that's the right time to peak, honestly, it's the right time to peak because that's when playoffs start. So I'm not really pushing the panic button on the Steelers. I'm not pushing the panic button on Big Ben. It's only week 3 or going to week 4. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not pushing the panic button. Big Ben's a Hall of Famer. You know, I mean, it kind of hurts with the injuries right now. It kind of sucks, but they beat the Bills, and the Bills are basically the team to beat in the AFC. So, and making a statement week 1, I mean, it kind of shows, you know, they didn't even move the ball offensively against the Bills, and they still won. So, I think they could make a push at the end of the year, but we'll see. If the injuries, you know, keep happening, then obviously not. So,
I could see where you're saying. I mean, I do think, though, if the Steelers make any type of major run, it's not going to be because of their offense. I think it'll be their defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, their week 1, it wasn't really the offense that highlighted that win. It was more their defense. I mean, that special teams blocked the punt to bring it back, and then the interceptions left and right. It's phenomenal. I mean, the Steelers' defense is arguably top 5, no matter what. Honestly, I mean, their front 7 is just unbelievable. You have T.J. Watt, who's arguably a defensive player of the year. Devin Bush, who's top 10 linebacker in my opinion.
Yeah. And if they get their key players back on defense this week, Aaron Rodgers is going to have a tough time. In my opinion.
I'll agree to that. It also doesn't help that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have David Bakhtiari yet back on left tackle.
Yeah. So I mean, it's going to hurt.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to hurt. And you kind of saw it week 1 with the Saints, and the Saints are the real deal on defense too. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Mickey?
I don't know. I think Austin might have just convinced me. I was going to say Packers, but after listening to all that, it's valid points, and defense wins championships. Offense sells tickets. So
yeah,
if this saying holds true, it should be a Steelers win.
Should be, but I'm leaning towards Packers this week. It's just a smarter choice.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers, you know, they played down to their competition, which
it's something that's never smart to do.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
you know, so that's.
I agree with Austin though. I take Packers in this game. I mean, it is. I mean, I won't be shocked if the Steelers do win. The Steelers, I feel like, always known to just shock us out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But the Packers are at home. They're at Lambeau. I mean, that crowd's gonna go crazy. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers seems to have figured it out right now.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can see like preventing that is, like you said, the defense. If everyone's healthy, like majority of the players are healthy, like TJ Watt, because I feel like TJ Watt's like he's like the peanut butter to the jelly. He's literally what's needed for everything.
Should have been defensive player of the year, one of the 2 years.
Yeah, he should have. As much as I don't like to give Steelers players credit, he deserved it.
He's good.
He's good. He's really good.
And I think he is playing this week, so
it's a good sign. It is. Yeah. That is actually a very good sign because groin injuries tend to linger a while, but if he feels really good, like that's a very good sign for the Steelers. So
yeah, oh yeah.
All right, and then on to the last 4 o'clock game. Don't worry, Mickey, we're 1 game away. Talk about your Patriots. We had the Ravens against the Broncos. I'll start this off just in spirit of Steve-O. Broncos, man. Oh, they're phenomenal. All right, 3-0. But honestly, in all seriousness, I actually have the Broncos being the Ravens. I think the Ravens offense is like, besides Lamar, it's quite lackluster. I mean, the receivers are not the greatest. Marquise Brown dropped 2 easy touchdowns against the Lions. The Broncos defense, I think, is quite outstanding. They're Bradley Chubb and Von Miller, who I think both can stop Lamar. I mean, Lamar hasn't gone against a team of 2 great linebackers who can stop him from both sides. And on top of that, their secondary. The secondary is really good. They have Kyle Fuller. They did lose Ronald Darby, I think it was, but Justin Simmons is top 5 safety in the league. So I'm taking the Broncos. Austin?
Kind of hit on the button there. Honestly, kind of persuade me. I like the Broncos. I agree. Home. Ravens, again, I wasn't high on them this year. You know, obviously hearing back-to-back torn ACLs in practice.
Yeah.
You lose your first week, am I right? Lose week 1.
Yeah.
I forget who that was against, but then they win against the Chiefs.
It was against the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders are pretty damn good too. But you got what? They beat the Chiefs and they beat the Lions, and those were shaky games. If Tucker doesn't hit, you know, great. If Tucker doesn't have the leg he has, 60-yard bomb, they're losing to the Lions. The Lions win the first game of the year.
You do argue, though, if Marquise Brown never drops one of those touchdowns, they win.
That's
so it's like,
I mean, it's all what ifs. It's all
what ifs.
But no, for sure. for sure. I think the Broncos, it's kind of hard playing in Denver, Mile High.
Oh yeah, Mile High. It's unbelievable.
Oxygen, stuff like that. So it's going to be hard. But I don't think Baltimore is that strong as they used to be. And what Von Miller even said earlier this year, he's never got this feeling, since Peyton Manning. So
Teddy Bridgewater looks like the real deal all of a sudden, all over again.
Yeah.
So
give me Noah Fant this week. I love Noah Fant.
Really?
Noah Fant's gonna go off this game.
It definitely does help that. I mean, it's unfortunate to say this. A lot of their receivers are going down right now, like their wide receivers. KJ Hamler, torn ACL. Jerry Jeudy with was the ankle sprain.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I can see why you say Noah Fant. And Mickey's favorite player, Ooga Booga, potentially, as we like to call him.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him.
He does have a good amount of the snaps, actually.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah. But Mickey, what's your opinion? Who do you think is winning this game?
Again, I'm gonna disagree with both of you. I'm gonna take the Ravens with this one.
Interesting.
I don't think Hollywood Brown drops. Lamar has him running up and down the field catching passes this week.
Honestly,
I saw that clip where they're on the plane and they're sitting next to each other and they're watching tape and he's like, "We're gonna work on it."
Yeah.
Lamar definitely beat him over the week. He's definitely like, "All right, this is how you catch."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll see that again. I think that was a fluke that it was that close.
I will say the one thing about the Broncos is, I mean, like, yeah, their team's really nice, but they just played 3 teams in a row. They're all 0-3. So
that's the other thing. So you can't base it on I don't know. It's also hard to guess or really predict a few games into the season because it's not a good tell.
That's why
give it a few more weeks. But no, I think the Ravens are going to take this game. I think, yeah.
Yeah, going back on your whole, it's hard to predict. Last episode, Steve and I were talking, we can't say if Jameis Winston is, going to be great with the Saints or not because who knows if it's a fluke or not. Week 1 could have been a fluke or week 2 could have been a fluke. And then last week could have been a fluke for all we know. So, there's no consistent pattern yet.
Yeah, stay tuned.
But I think Sean Payton is a football guru guy. So I think Sean Payton's definitely going to help out Jameis Winston since, when Jameis Winston was in Tampa.
Yeah.
I think Jameis is going to be a little better, especially with the surgery with his eyes. But I think, right.
Yeah, you've been high on that LASIK eye surgery.
Right, but I definitely think the Saints will be a real deal close to the end of the year.
Wow, it helps Jameis that he can see now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That being said, he still threw a really bad pick. I forget if it was last week or the previous week.
I think he only threw 2 picks though this year.
But he threw one straight up to a corner.
I know which one you're talking about, but I mean, in that play, he did get swarmed, but crazy from the Panthers D.
It still was. That's bad.
Yeah, but that's a quarterback decision that you don't throw it down the field. You try to just throw it out.
Throw it out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
It's not awful. I mean, it's probably his best start ever. So.
Yeah. Think about that. Take that. It's 14-4. Double that. It's
all right, and then we're at the game that Mickey's been eagerly waiting for. Tom Brady's back at Foxborough at 8 o'clock, the primetime game on Sunday night. Mickey, you start us off.
I'll tell you what, you love to see it. This is a perfect primetime game. I'm really excited for this game. And hearing today that Belichick and Brady said goodbye over the phone, not even in person, Tom Brady is gonna rip the Patriots into 17 little pieces. He's gonna be merciless. It doesn't matter what the score is. He's gonna treat it like there's 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter. I mean, to win 6 rings with a team and still not be wanted is ridiculous.
It is.
And you got to see it last year that it's him. It's not Belichick. He's goated. And he's angry. And whenever he plays angry, he plays on another level.
Literally, I could just picture right now that Cowboys game week 1 when they left him a minute 26 on the clock and they zoomed in on him on the sideline. He had that face. You're like,
a laser.
It's it's over. It's done. He's winning.
It's over. I think he's gonna walk into Foxborough like that. I think Patriots fans shouldn't even show up unless you're rooting for Tom Brady. Don't show up.
Just give the tickets to Buccaneers fans.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I forgot. Are they playing in New England?
Yes, they are. At Foxborough.
It doesn't matter. It's for him. It's a home field. It's home field.
It really is, honestly. I mean,
He
built his name there. He did, and
he played 20 years there.
Yeah, a lot.
No, he'll be fine there.
It's crazy. Tom Brady's.
And they just got Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
As if they needed the help.
No, they actually did. They desperately did.
They did, but like I'm saying, like as if that team needed another superstar name. Like
they are just further justifying why they're winning the Super Bowl. Well, potentially winning the Super Bowl again this year.
I think they'll go back to back. That's my early lock of the year.
Austin has something to disagree with that one.
I don't know.
He can if he wants to. When it comes down to the playoff, Tom Brady.
The Rams, yeah. I mean, unless the Titans get in his way, but it's not possible this year. But I mean, Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I agree with Mickey. I think the Buccaneers they're going to obliterate the Patriots.
What about you, Austin?
I kind of agree. I think Tom Brady's going to have a motive to just demolish.
Make Belichick look like he just wasn't the reason why they did well, honestly, it feels like.
Yeah. But Belichick definitely got his quarterback for the next 15 years.
Right now, Mac Jones looks like probably the best quarterback in the draft this year. So
yeah.
But then again, though, there's two that haven't really played a lot. So
yeah, I like Mac Jones a lot. I'm high on him. I'm surprised he wasn't even the first quarterback to be off the board.
Whoa, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, yeah. Besides him, but Trey Lance.
I like Trey Lance. See,
yeah, but I don't know. Mac Jones,
he's a good system quarterback. I think he fits anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. And he throws it, and he's not bad. I like him. And
he's an Alabama product.
He's a winner.
Yeah.
I'm also super excited Cam's not on the team anymore. I got to say that. I didn't like him as a Patriot. I think he's an overrated quarterback, always has been. I think had one solid season and just kept talking and would not shut up. And now he's not even on the team. And I'm super excited. Super excited for Mac Jones. I think they just give him the week off. I don't even bring him to the stadium.
Put Jared Stidham in. Put Stidham in, huh?
Honestly, if this is my Madden franchise, I'm benching my starters. I'm giving them a week off because it doesn't matter.
They won't get hurt.
They could throw out, the Steelers defense and the Chiefs offense or the Packers offense. It doesn't matter. Tom Brady's winning this game. You could put a lock. I don't even think it's worth mentioning it.
Yeah. I was going to skip over this game. I thought it was kind of obvious, but I need to hear your side of the spectrum because obviously you're a Patriots fan. So
yeah, I'm a Patriots fan who's rooting for the Bucs this week because I don't know.
Do you not like how they handled that whole situation when he was leaving?
I don't like that they didn't keep Jimmy G at least.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were committing to giving up Tom Brady, then commit to giving up Tom Brady.
The thing was, Belichick never wanted to get rid of Jimmy G. It was Tom Brady who wanted to get rid of him.
No, but wasn't there something else? There was something else with someone not wanting Brady. I don't know if it was Kraft or I don't know, but it was one or the other. And I mean, at the time, Jimmy G was a young stud, and it's like you can't really give up on him.
Yeah, well, but Sunday night's gonna be
an interesting. They got another ring out of it, out of not getting rid of him. So there's that.
Yeah.
And
Sunday night, it's definitely gonna be interesting to watch.
Sunday night, it's not gonna be close.
Definitely tune in. That's a great Sunday night football game.
Yeah.
It is. Again, it's not gonna be close.
Yeah. All right, and then to close out Week 4, the Monday night game, the 3-0 Raiders and the Chargers. I'm gonna start this off. I think the Chargers are winning. I think the Raiders are, honestly, in my opinion, the most fraudulent 3-0 team. Don't see
louder for the people in the back.
That's a hard word to say.
I don't think they're.
I don't think fraudulent. I just don't think this is going to last.
The win against the Ravens, I thought that was luck. Honestly, I mean,
luck. Wow.
If it doesn't go into OT, honestly, personally, they don't win. In my opinion,
their defense is good. They kind of remind me of the Steelers a little bit. The Raiders.
Yeah,
they're hard nosed.
What, fraudulent?
Oh yeah, okay. They're playing really well. Honestly, I like them. I like the Raiders, but
they went into OT with the Dolphins, who don't have a good quarterback.
Dolphins are good on defense, though.
They're good on defense, but they have a good quarterback.
It's Justin Herbert season.
No, Raiders don't have offensive weapons though, so that's what hurts them on offense. I mean, they have Josh Jacobs, but Josh Jacobs had a down year up compared to his rookie year.
Yeah.
Last year. So, I mean, can he get back to his rookie year? That's the question. And Henry Ruggs, I mean, I know he's an Alabama guy, but he has yet to produce in the league. And the whole offense kind of runs through Darren Waller. And if you just throw Darren Waller out there, if I'm a defense, I don't care what defense you have. It could be the Jets. It could be the Ravens. It could be Bills. It could be the Miami. I don't care. Just double team Darren Waller.
Yeah.
It's all you got to do, and just trust your linebackers get to the quarterback. So, I mean, I'll give my take about this game, but that's all I wanted to say about the fraudulent Raiders. I think the Raiders are kind of a real deal, but I'll finish my take though later.
I counteract with that. I mean, I don't think they're that great. I mean, their defense is a lot better. All right, they're better than what we thought they would be going into the season. I will say that with the utmost confidence. But I don't know. I mean, they barely. All right, the game against the Steelers, I think the Steelers would have won had half their defense didn't get hurt. I mean, Tyson Alala got hurt. T.J. Watt got hurt. Didn't have Devin Bush from the start. Didn't have Joe Hayden. You were missing some key players. I don't think they would win if the Steelers were at 100% capacity, like health-wise. Game against the Ravens had to go into overtime for them to win. Game against the Dolphins had to go into overtime. They only won by 3. Dolphins don't have a solid, formidable quarterback right now.
Yeah, but that's the NFL for you.
Honestly, like I will argue this, like as much as I love basketball and all that, football is the hardest sport to win a championship in because it comes down to whoever wants to show up that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally,
it can be. For all we know, the Jets could play the Buccaneers and just win because they are hungry and they're ready that day.
Let's not get too crazy.
It's possible though. That's football for you.
It is possible when both teams step on the field and play the game.
You can get some luck too, by the way, too.
Yeah, you can. That's like there's so many factors. There's the referees. There's luck going your way, like wind, weather effects, everything like that. Someone can just show up and be like, you know what? I'm getting 3 interceptions today. That happens. So
true. Very true.
But going back to the game itself, I had the Chargers winning. I mean, Chargers have. It seems like Justin Herbert's starting to figure out his like breakout sophomore season. Everyone's starting to say he's supposed to have. I mean, the game against the Cowboys, it's unfortunate they lost by 3. I mean, Herbert kind of was missing some easy like receptions that he kind of missed. Like there's easy targets he could just pass to, and he just completely dodged them and avoided them. But that win against the Chiefs, that was something. All right, that was a great game from Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Austin, what's your take? Because I actually want to hear why. Like the rest of your take you're talking about.
Well, I was gonna let Mickey finish.
Okay, go ahead, Mickey. Then.
I was just gonna say Halloween's gonna come early because Justin Herbert's gonna carve the Raiders like a pumpkin. Like, I think I absolutely love Justin Herbert. I am so high on Justin Herbert. I can't wait to see him do well. I think he's gonna have an amazing career. I unfortunately I don't see many championships with his career. Maybe one. But like, I think he will be a very solid player for the entirety of his career. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's just gonna eat.
He could go down as one of the best players in NFL without a ring, potentially.
Yeah,
I think he might. I think unfortunately, very unfortunately, like I want to see him win a title, but I don't know. But yeah, I think he's gonna be the reason they win this week.
All right. And Austin, I need to hear this this take.
I mean, again, just kind of hearing that word fraudulent from the Raiders. I don't think they're fraudulent at all. I think just kind of seeing this game against the Steelers and stuff like that. I think they played really well. I think they got to the Steelers really well. I think their defense is really good. The defense kept them against the Raiders. I mean, or the Ravens game. So they really kept the defense really kept them into games.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see this game kind of being in overtime kind of aspect. But I definitely do. I'm leaning towards. I'm not disagreeing with you guys. I'm leaning towards the Chargers on this one. I like Justin Herbert. I'll take the better quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Derek Carr's a trash quarterback. I mean, he had his moments in the league sometimes in there, but I don't know. Something about the Raiders this year, I'm kind of surprised a little bit on them. They're kind of like a little bit of Denver type vibes for me. I'm just kind of surprised. I can see them taking a wild card. I can see Denver taking a wild card. I mean, it depends on the Steelers. They could probably, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying that because I'm kind of a little biased right now. But again, their defense is good though. So, but again, I'm going back onto the Raiders. You don't just be 3-0 in the league just because you're 3-0.
I mean, the Broncos are 3-0 right now because of that.
Huh?
The Broncos are 3-0 right now because
but I'm just saying, like the Raiders, you got to give them some credit.
I mean, I give them some credit. I mean, their defense is a lot better than we thought it would be.
Yeah, and beating the top, like I mean, Steelers won the division last year, and the Ravens finished second or third, second. So you just don't beat the top two AFC North teams. So, and then obviously go on the road. Or no, they were home against Miami last week. But again, I understand with the quarterback issue with Miami. But I mean, Jacoby Brissett is not a bad quarterback. I mean, you could be a starter somewhere else.
I mean, he was a starter at the Colts for the longest time, but it's
and he's not a bad quarterback.
He's not, but I mean, like you think about Tua, who they have like such high hopes on, and then Jacoby Brissett. I mean, they wouldn't have taken Tua if they really thought Brissett was going to be something like that,
Agreed. Yeah, but Jacoby should be a starter.
Yeah, and he's better than Andy Dalton, in my opinion.
I agree.
I'm not big with Andy Dalton at all. I'm not. I just seen him play. I don't know, for almost over a decade in Cincinnati.
He's had his better days.
Yeah,
he really has.
And Jacoby Brissett's better than Zach Wilson. Jacoby Brissett might be better than Jared Goff. But I do like Jared Goff too because I mean he had a thumb injury last year, which could have hurt him last year, just throwing the ball, even though he's still playing through an injury and stuff like that, because you just want to keep playing. That's who it's as an athlete, you just want to keep playing through injuries. But again, I'm not bashing Jared Goff. I like him, and I think again, Detroit's going to win this week because of him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he literally took the Rams to the Super Bowl 6 years ago?
I think it's like 3 or 4, but
3 or 4.
Yeah, but it's okay. Close enough.
Close enough. It was like
still, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not kind of got off topic.
Jared Goff but he's solid.
Yeah,
he gets the job done. He knows what he has to get done, and he gets it done.
Monday night Chargers for sure.
Yeah, I agree. All right, well, I thank you guys for obviously previewing Week 4 with me. But now it's on to the sport I know you both are like high on because I can't talk about it. Baseball. Obviously, postseason's 4 games away roughly.
Starts on Monday.
Yep.
I'm going to let both of you take the floor because I don't have much to say. I mean, like, I'm a Yankee fan like you guys, but I don't watch enough, so I can't say enough. I do know that the Yankees seem like they are getting a decent form right now, so it's the right time, right before playoffs. So
I mean, knock on wood. That's actually why I just muted myself. I wanted to pull up the Yankees game in another tab.
Yeah,
they were losing the game. Yeah, I was going to say they were losing the game 4-0, and now it's 5-5.
Yeah,
going into the bottom of the 8th.
Single up the middle.
Yeah, I'm really excited with this form lately. Knock on wood. Don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
But this is how they should have been playing all season. I mean, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
So if they can stay healthy and not be the glass bone team they have been the past couple of years, I don't know. I still can't see them winning the whole thing. Austin and I were talking about it earlier today.
You can? You said?
I can't.
You can't see them? Yeah, I mean...
Severino's back. He just needs to get back into the groove. And Lasagna, or Lasagna, however you want to say it. Loizaga, was just brought back today, too.
Yeah, which is nice.
So
it's good that they're getting their players back in time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened to my light.
but
sorry about that. A little professional student that we have going here.
The general consensus everyone can make. I mean, the Yankees in the postseason, if they make it, it's scary. They're always going to be scary.
Yeah, it's a different team. It's like Tom Brady in the postseason. It's a whole new team. I mean, Giancarlo last year came back and hit 7 home runs in 3 games.
Yeah,
obviously an exaggeration, but
Giancarlo is on a tear.
Yeah.
Since August 1st, he's been hitting 320. I heard last night, hitting 320 with 19 bombs. I think it was like 60 some RBIs.
Yeah, it's the best he's been doing since that early May stretch.
Yeah.
Or late April stretch.
Absolutely.
I'm really shocked there has been some random PED test.
Yeah.
But again, I agree with you guys. I'll agree with you, Mickey, that the Yankees are probably the scariest team to face in postseason. In the AL side, and if they make it to the World Series, that's even more scarier. So,
I mean, the Yankees are a team that should have been in the World Series a couple years back, but we all know about the garbage cans scandal. So,
yeah,
exactly.
But kind of just talking a little bit about baseball. I think, the only team I think that could beat the Yankees is the Rays. It's right in their division. So if they beat the Rays, so if they win their wild card game, which right now,
if we're assuming it's staying the way it is, right? Like Yankees, Red Sox in the wild card game.
Yeah, hypothetically, they're in the wild card. I mean, they can't even take the division anymore. So
Rays clinched it.
Yeah. So
I don't know how.
If the Rays play, or if the Yankees play the Sox or Mariners, doesn't matter, one of the two. If they win, they play the Rays. Any wild card team plays the Rays, and that's the challenge. Whoever can win that series, in my opinion, son of a gun, home run. Sorry.
I hate that I have it in fantasy.
But yeah, I think if the Yankees could beat the Rays, I think the Yankees have a great shot in making a push for the World Series. But that's just that. I'm just kind of surprised in the Giants this year. I did not plan on seeing them winning 100 plus games this year. So
getting Chris Bryant definitely helped a lot.
Oh, that's absolutely.
Tremendous. I mean, even before that, though, they were surprisingly on fire. I mean, they literally got hot in April and were like, "Yep,
they're riding it.
Slow down."
Yeah, they were riding it.
I don't know how long it's gonna take them into what is it, the postseason? Because like the Dodgers are a scary team.
Yeah,
Dodgers are always a scary team, and then adding Scherzer and Trey Turner was like unnecessary.
But right now, if the Dodgers do play in the wild card, like if it ended right now, Dodgers will have to play in the wild card and play against the red hot Cardinals. So this is why
the super hot Cardinals. Yeah, so that would be an exciting game to watch.
17-game win streak against the hottest team, and we saw it back in 17 with Scherzer and the Nationals against the Astros.
18.
18. Correction.
18.
But yeah. Look at the Nationals. Right at All-Star break, the Nationals were even thinking about making the postseason.
Yeah.
And then they make a red-hot push, start winning, and then they win the World Series. That's why baseball, in my opinion, is probably one of the best sports out there to watch. And
you gotta love baseball, man.
You gotta love it. And just the hype behind it, especially postseason. Postseason vibes are just, you gotta love it. I love it. I love it. It just brings a smile on my face. But Dodgers, I mean, I can't see the Dodgers lose first game against the Cardinals, but that's going to be a great game to watch.
I don't know.
That's going to be definitely a game to just screw class and just watch that game. So that's definitely going to be, or screw or just screw whatever, and just, I'm sorry, I'm watching this game.
Yeah.
Screw work, screw class,
doesn't
whatever
matter.
you got.
You gotta avoid anything you need to do to watch the game.
Oh, Dodgers, Cardinals with 17-game win streak. Dodgers one of the hottest.
Plus, even Yankees, Red Sox, it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be as exciting, but the rivalry is never not exciting.
Oh, absolutely. And there's going to be something.
It's fireworks. I love this new generation of baseball.
And you know what's going to happen? The Red Sox are going to come out hot. They're going to be up 3-0. Yankees are going to come back, bottom 7 or something, come back, tie it up, and then bottom 9 hit a home run. And they'll be like, oh, Yankees. And they win 5-4, 5-3, whatever. But
yeah. I am really hopeful that the White Sox beat the Astros. It's not likely. I just want to see Tim Anderson crush the Houston Astros. There's obviously bias there. I hate the Astros with every fiber. of my being. But I also like the White Sox. I mean, one, they're a fun team to watch. They're like the AL version of the Padres in my eyes, where they have a young superstar shortstop and they have like a young, fun squad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. It's like let the kids play. Like I'm excited to just watch that all around the league. And with Bo Bichette, like even I hate like it sucks watching your team lose, but Bo's like running around the bases like shouting and stuff. He's like pointing. He's like, this is like our game and stuff like that. I love that. A few years ago, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah. Like that's not acceptable. But I'm excited. I'm super excited for postseason in general. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think no matter what happens, Phillies aren't even out of it. Phillies are.
They need a lot to go their way, though. I've heard.
They need to win tonight.
They need to win out, and they need the Braves to lose out. But it's baseball. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And if the Phillies get in, that would be a fun squad to watch. I'm hopeful for them. Big Bryce Harper guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be the NL MVP, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Well, one last thing before I wrap it up. What's your early prediction for your World Series and who wins it?
Mickey?
That's a good question. What I'd like to see is Yankees-Dodgers.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing everyone's wanted for years.
The whole world wants to see that.
Yeah. Everyone wants to.
And no one blames you.
What I think is realistic, unfortunately, is honestly Rays. You might see Rays Giants. That'd kind of be exciting too. I don't like the Rays by any means, but you got to hand credit where credit's due, right?
Yeah. And then Austin.
Yeah.
What I think, me personally, Yankees wild card, Red Sox wild card, Yankees win, play the Rays, depending on whoever wins that series going to the World Series. White Sox, Astros. Sorry, Mickey, to break it to you, but I do think the Astros are going to beat the White Sox. I don't think the White Sox are 100%.
No, I think you're right. I
don't think they're 100% there yet. And with the Astros and the experience and being in the World Series and being in postseason, I think the Astros take a little bit of that advantage and beat them in a game 6 or 7 or 5. I forget what it is, but I think they beat them.
Best of 5, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Best of 5, and I think they beat them there. Especially Astros are going to be the home team because they are 2 games ahead of the White Sox. So I definitely think Astros will win that series, and Yankees Astros, that'd be really cool to see in the ALCS. Hopefully Yankees come out on top and then to play the Dodgers maybe, but I don't see the Braves or Phillies, whoever wins that division, most likely the Braves, but I don't see the Braves really doing anything. Cardinals Dodgers, going to be a great game to watch in the wild card. Or even Giants. It's probably going to be the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
But Dodgers probably beat the Cardinals. Hate to say it, and then they'll play the Giants. And again, whoever wins that series, I think is going to, go to the World Series. So I'm looking only at 4 teams, honestly. And I'm not going to forget about the Brewers. Brewers are red hot as well. But the 4 teams I'm looking at is Giants, Dodgers, Yankees, Rays.
And
they're both in the same division. So
yeah,
the AL East or the NL West. So
unfortunately, huge blow for the Brewers is Devin Williams. Devin Williams needs
surgery.
Messed up his hand. Yeah, I think he needs surgery. He punched a wall, which is the dumbest reason you can go out before playoffs.
Hey man, there was a basketball player who fell over a plunger and got hurt.
Right.
That's Mickey. That would be Mickey's luck.
Yeah, that would be my luck, right? But this was a wall.
Yeah.
It's not like the wall moved. It's not like the wall said anything to him.
Yeah.
He just hated it. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would like to thank both of you guys for coming on today. Last minute, I truly appreciate it. Any last words for both of you?
Appreciate it. Thank you for my first time here.
Of course, we'd love to have you again sometime again in the future, man. Mickey, you've been here before.
I know.
I
hope to be here soon. Yeah, let's go Yankees.
Yeah, hopefully next time I have both of you on, maybe the Yankees win the World Series. Who knows?
Ooh.
Could be a good luck. We'll have to keep coming on.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors. If you want to hear more sick beats like this, go to SoundCloud and go on to Ranger33 Productions. And if you want a nice haircut like me, make sure you go to Instagram @_EdwinTheBarber_ so you can get just as nice as me. Because my haircut is just so beautiful.
We gotta love Edwin.
Oh yeah.
Love Edwin.
Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Also, make sure to like and subscribe.